Cancer, cancer, cancer. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Come on, come on, come on. Is it gonna be kicked? Of course it's gonna be kicked. Oh, nigga, that's the song. Come on, kick. Come on. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Cancer. Song that's playing for you is I Know. So, if it's a situation and it's kind of like a solo battle and you might be in a space of self-reflection right now, you could be kind of sitting in a space where it's almost like you kind of telling yourself. It's like a self I told you so moment. And you kind of like, I know. Or if it's a situation where you thinking about your life in a certain view or a certain perspective, you kind of laying shit out. And it's like, ugh, I know. You feel me? You don't got to tell me that. And you might be saying that to yourself right now. If it ain't a situation where that could be someone outside of you. If it ain't you telling that to somebody. You might be the one who get the I told you so right in the space. You feel me? You might have been through your 2 cents out at somebody and they ain't want to take it. You feel me? Ain't nobody wasn't trying to hear that when you was trying to say that. When you was trying to express this idea, when you was trying to express your perspective on this happening or this wanting to do, and they ain't want to take that. Now here they go, they come back to you, and it's like the same shit they wasn't trying to hear from you. Now they might want to lend their ear to. You feel me? Now they might want you to go ahead and finish what you were saying when you were saying what you were saying before, Cancer. If it ain't a situation where that's you, if it's a solo battle and you just dealing with yourself, again, you could be in a situation where you reflecting in the mirror, you reflecting on some shit, and you just so happen to realize you told yourself this before, but you ain't listened to yourself when you told yourself this. You just did. You went against you anyway. Now here you go, you sitting in it. And now you in a I know. You don't gotta tell me that. That's where you at right now. If it's a situation where that's you, or if it's a situation that's somebody you dealing with. Ooh, appreciate the love. But yeah, I don't know who you sharing the space with. If you sharing the space with a friend, an associate, if it's a relationship, if it's a business endeavor, you feel me? Yeah, you know where you at with it. Now, if it's a situation where it's like kind of you the one who's in a like I know where someone's telling you something, now it's almost like you kind of been humbled, or you're in like a more humble state, or you just in a more open to receive state. Let's not take humble, because humble might shoot motherfuckers' egos, because motherfuckers don't, oh, who the fuck you humbling? And you need to humble yourself if you're in that position. Look, the song that's playing is Why Do You Feel So Down? Why do you feel so down? Now again, Cancer, I don't know who, ain't no cards out, it's still up in the air for real, but somebody ain't really as energetic, you feel me, as ecstatic as they usually are when it comes to expressing themselves. Here you go, look, you still passionate. You might be in a situation, let's say you and your partner might be going through it in some way, shape, or form. And y'all really ain't going through it. It's a bump in the road, but it's more so a bump in the road for them more than it is for you when it comes to either being able to express or communicate yourself. Because it's almost like this happening in a relationship kind of just reinforced someone's perspective or reinforced someone's reasoning. It's almost like instead of someone having to constantly tell their partner something happened for their partner to see it themselves. And then it's like the other partner or the other person in the relationship gets to sit back and observe the other person become aware of what they were talking about. It's the type of vibe. So it's like so this is what Cancer was talking about. Or if Cancer, if it's you, it's like, so this is what they were talking about when they were saying this, but I wasn't trying to hear it, but you lived through it now. You feel me? If it's a situation where you live through it. So it kind of further puts you into like the groundedness of something. You kind of further rooted yourself in a certain perspective or ideal because of this, whatever this is. It's like that just gave you another reason why. That might have been your 13th reason in the best way or the worst way. Whether you gonna bring something to life or you gonna put a period on some shit. Yeah, you know what the fuck we talking about. If it's you who feeling, that's too much. We ain't gonna talk about that. If it's you who feeling down, or if it's someone around you who feeling down because they know they're on the chopping block. If it's not a situation where, let's say, you breaking up with a friend, or you no longer, you breaking up with your partner, it's not that dramatic. But when it comes to a certain opinion or a certain voice, your partner know they can't bring that around you no more. Type of vibe. And they may feel, because that was kind of like the core thing they had with you. It's like this was the common ground. Anytime the relationship was kind of slowing up, all they had to do was jump in this space, say a couple words, say a couple ideas, express themselves a couple certain type of ways, and then jump out of it, and they would be able to keep the relationship with you going for a little longer. Now that they can't go to that space with you no more, now that they can't express themselves in this goofy manner or in this funny guy, funny girl manner, now that the joke is over, they ain't got shit with you. And it kind of further put you in you. If it's a situation where you're dealing with somebody outside of you, if you ain't the one who thought, pretty much. It's something further invest. It's kind of something pushed you, dog. I don't know what pushed you. I don't know what let you know it's okay. You feel me? It's okay to go in this direction. It's okay to express yourself in this manner. It's okay. You got confirmation outside of you from somewhere. I don't know where that was. I don't know if that was from a who. If it was from just you did something in life and life probably gave you something back. You wasn't even expecting it. You didn't even do it for this. You feel me? You wasn't even going down this road for the money. But at one point down this path, God put someone in your space to pay you for it. Now you're in a position where it's like, damn, you didn't even think you could get paid for some shit like this. So now you're in a position where it's like, that was your okay. That was your God saying, okay, yeah, go ahead, do that. That's what I want you to do. That's the creative endeavor I want you to express yourself in. The song that's playing is What a Feeling, by the way. So now you know if that's a creative endeavor that involves you sharing your voice, whether that's a creative voice emotionally, creative voice in a relationship, if you're dealing with outside, or you just going somewhere. You feel Cancer, you know what the fuck. You emotionally in tune enough to know. Whatever it is, that shit kind of was like a shock to you. I'm not gonna take that, but the devil coming out as the first card is crazy. It didn't come out though. I picked up the deck and it was on the bottom. Yeah, look, you back and you better. Matter of fact, you back and you better. I don't know where you came from. You feel me? I don't know. It was something was toxic. The devil on the bottom again, and it was laying. When I picked up the deck, it was laying face down. It was laying face down on the table, and then I had to individually pick it up. You feel me? So you might not be talking about your toxic past, your bad habits, your negative mentalities. If it's a situation where you breaking up with a negative mind or a certain type of viewpoint that was limiting you in some sort of characteristic or in some sort of action or in some sort of lane in your life, now that you're in a position where you might be following your yellow brick road, you're not going to talk about the road you was walking on previously. You feel me? You're not going to talk about the fact that on the bottom, the soles of your feet might be a little burnt because you thought you was following the yellow brick road, but it was really glowing hot lava rocks. And someone convinced you that, nah, that's what gold looked like when the sun hitting off of it. So you went ahead and tried to tiptoe yourself on that, and now the bottom of your ship fried. But it taught you something. It taught you to follow your idea. It taught you to follow your inner knowing, your inner voice. Yeah, you know what the fuck we talking about though, Cancer. It's only one card. You back though. Welcome back, family. Again, but you had to break up with something. It's like you had to lose it. You had to get pushed out of that space, or you had to get pushed out of something, because you could have been stuck in your own way, and something had to show you that. If it's a situation where you're dealing with life outside of you, if it ain't a situation where your partner, again, let's say you was in a relationship, you could still be in a relationship. Your partner might be expressing themselves towards you a certain type of way, in the way they brought their mind to you and let you know when it comes to this type of business or this type of dealing in a relationship, I can't count on them. I can only count on me. And once you got yourself in that space, that pushed you in further in overall, and it kind of brought you back. Because the part that you couldn't count on someone in was a foundational part. This major piece is part of the structural integrity. If this ain't secure, everything else won't fall. So the fact that they couldn't have you for this, You have to manage it for yourself. And because you manage this important pillar for yourself, you have to reconstruct everything else around that. And now you're in a position where you don't even need them. If it's a situation like that, you ain't even desire to be in this same situation. Now that you kind of outgrew the situation. If it's a situation where you outgrew a situation. Yeah, look, and that shit not emotionally fulfilling. Now that you up, that shit don't. Now that you, it's like now. Ever since you got cable, why the fuck would you go back to not having cable? Why would you go back to the antenna once you got DirecTV? Once you got a taste of Comcast, that 200, them 300, 600 channels will change the game for you. Now that you've been in a position where you might have installed your own cable type of vibe spiritually, you feel me? If it's a spiritual type shit or if it's just third dimensional, you feel me? You put yourself on. Why would you take yourself off to give another person a chance to put you on? Fuck is we talking about? No, nigga, no bitch, no, ma'am and or sir. That's not how the game go. Now that you up. I don't know where you up at, Cancer. You look, yesterday you could have been a little undecided. You could have been a little uncertain until God threw some certainty in your life. I don't know how he did it. Whether he had to smack your ass up on the head one good time, he hit you with some shit. He hit you with a bill. He hit you with a rock in a relationship, a rock in a friendship, rock in your family. You feel me? Your family was your rock until you realized your family wasn't your rock type of vibe. And whatever level of life we talking about, Cancer, because y'all feel deep. It's a lot of letting go, family. I don't know what you letting go of. Whew, man. Yeah. Someone might be crying. If it ain't you, I'm gonna be honest. It's like it's tears. It's like you crying for your past self. If it's a solo situation, you might not be in a relationship. You might not be dealing with nobody. If you just in a situation and you like in your room, you could be reflecting on your life, and that shit might be making you cry because it's like you might be in a position now where you ready to grow, or you're in the position of growing. The song is playing this Blood Moon. I'm telling you, it's a purge type shit. You feel me? You going through your infinite Tsukuyomi right now when you reflect on what you could do if you were to do better, and that shit might have motivated you to make a change. Let this shit go. I need to stop. What the fuck am I doing? If it's a solo battle, you shedding something. You releasing something. Releasing something that wasn't good for you. You had a devil on your shoulder. You had a chip on your shoulder, and then you finally flicking it. Because it's like you was walking with that chip on your shoulder and acting like that motherfucker was a boulder type of vibe. That shit was, you feel me? You was out this bitch kind of like this. Nah. Wasn't that deep, family? But it was that deep. Look. It ain't nothing but growth. Ain't nothing but a little bit expansion. Just like when we all it ain't nothing but a little shed. The shed ain't pretty. I mean, it look kind of wild when you see a snake shed out in the wild. You feel me? And that shit don't look any reptilian. We all reptilians at the end of the day. You feel me? We all serpents. We all got a spinal cord, brain, the head of the snake, body of the snake, the serpent, the tail. Come on, guys. You know this. We all snakes. We all shed. We all change. Just because you're a snake don't mean you gotta be one though. You could have been a snake, and it's kind of like you shedding your own ways. If you was the one who was in your own way, I don't know what way you was in, but you was in a way. Somebody was in that motherfucker. Yeah, look, it's Cancer. You got the 10 of 9 of swords in reverse. Yeah, you free, dog. I don't know what limiting mental place, what mental hell you was in. You was bound to an idea, bound to the perspective, or bound to the belief that this was what it is, but it's not what it is. There's actually a lot more to what it is. And you can see that now. You can dream again, freely. And you don't gotta ask permission to dream neither. You can do that shit by your damn self. Hey, you know what the fuck we talking about? I'm gonna get you your last few cards. I'm gonna send you on about your bees knees. Welcome back to life. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Ace of coins up. Welcome back to life. Glad to have you here. Look, song is playing. It's time for me. Glad to have you back. Glad to see you're back in the driver's seat. You thought you was letting Jesus take the wheel. Nah, it was the devil. Damn it. But hey, you kick that motherfucker out the whip now. You can't really kick him out the whip because we all in this bitch together. It's you, it's God, and the devil. Devil's supposed to be in the trunk. He ain't even supposed to be in the back seat because the back seat, they the one who distribute the snacks. You don't need no snack from the devil. All you need is God. And you might be in a position where God and your passenger, God is the passenger princess, God on the GPS navigation, you feel me? God on the track when it comes to how you think about your ideas and just the quality of thoughts. You feel me? You in a higher vibe. You don't got to go to church. You don't got to do none. I ain't talking about religion. I'm talking about your spirit. You on the right channel. You tapped in with you. You giving time to you. Again, the song is playing. It's time for me. You know what the fuck we talking about, though, Cancer. You know who or what you doing, where you spending your time. If you spending your time somewhere, or if somewhere spending your time with you, motherfuckers know that when they spend their time with you, they better not waste it. Type of vibe. I don't know who or what you dealing with, Cancer. It's nice, though. It look nice. Love. Yeah, welcome back. Hey, yo, you solid as a rock in this new found sense of foundation. I don't know what sense of foundation. Again, after you got the Ace of Cups in reverse twice, so you might have lost you something. You might have lost you something that was everything, and that made you change. You got out your own way. Put your big girl, big boy pants on in some way, shape, or form, or in some dynamic, some sort of relationship, or some perspective or avenue in life. You up now. You grown. You M for mature. You ain't E for everybody. You ain't T for teen. Nah, nigga, you grown. You could go to rated R movies by yourself now. Welcome back. I'ma fuck with you.